Yo, what's good with y'all boys and girls? Welcome back to another video. Now, instead of cheating my ass off on Rivals, I'm going to be exposing a lot of the pro players that actively cheat on this game. It all starts with this server called the Rivals Cheating Registry, and I have to give proper credit to CoreX and Track3 for making this server. But inside of this server, there's a whole bunch of proof of Rivals pro players cheating their asses off, and I'm going to show you it right now. So, as you can see, we have like the randoms, right? Just regular players that get reported every single day, right? They have proof, they have their username, they have their rank, they have all that for all these different reports. And then we have people that are in RCL, right? So we have people like Zorphy, Ricky, Bandit, Snappy, Jinx, Binkle, 4LC Swift, Sync Zay, Roman, Waco, AKFLA, Airwoo, Repulse, Woke, Slingshot Boy, Sync Mech, Enrique Bruv, Too Smooth, Recomply, 4LC Knox, Sync Bow, I3Y, Maz, Icer, Leo, Sync Lou, right? All these different players that actively cheat on this game, right? We can just continue scrolling for all these people. It just keeps going, right? But today I'm going to be showing you guys the most known or important players on this list. So pretty much everybody that's like above R8 or R7, or really anybody that's just a content creator, because I know that's who you guys care about the most. But yeah, before we start this video, I just want y'all to make sure to like, sub, and comment. This video is probably going to take like a while to record and edit, but for y'all, I'll do it. But yeah, let's get straight into this video. I'm going to be starting off with like the most known players, and we're just going to be going slowly down the list. So let's do it. Alright, y'all. So starting off, we have Zorphy. For the proof here, there's a lot more proof of him, but this is just the most blatant. This is a Sync versus Paragon RCL tournament. And you can see already he goes for a pre-aim through the wall, right? But it gets a lot worse because whenever he heals and Ricky and this other player start to rotate, he for whatever reason just starts to look over there at the exact same time. And this is confirmed to be one of Zorphy's ults that he did use at some point. And then he tries to go for a pre-aim, like a really blatant pre-aim on Ricky. He hits him once, and then as you can see, the timer is starting to go down, so you know he's trying to get damage in, whatever. But Zorphy gets so desperate that he decides that he's going to try and pre-aim Ricky through the wall here. As you guys can see, Ricky is behind this wall right here, and Zorphy just tried to pre-aim him through it. Zorphy got that desperate that he tried to pre-aim Ricky, and then he tries to shoot this other player through the wall, but can't hit him. I mean, this is just blatant, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't think I have to show anything else, but if you guys want to see anything else, it's all right here. It's a whole bunch of proof, and you can all find it in this forum right here. So yeah, next person. Alright, y'all, for Ricky, we have this blatant clip on Docs. As you can see right here, Ricky and this other player are shooting at QT Brazy, and Ricky ends up shooting Brazy through the wall for a second. And then on top of that, Ricky's gonna go AFK, right? And he's gonna pre-aim Brazy for a split second. Look at that, directly on Brazy. But of course it's just a coincidence, right? But then he tries to pre-aim this other player that's coming up here, Scythe, or not Scythe, Scythe, ends up coming up here to the right, and Ricky's just already pre-aiming him. Like, that's crazy. Like, look at that. He pre-aimed Brazy, and he's already pre-aiming Scythe right after. I mean, this is pretty blatant. I don't think I have to show anything else, but if you guys want to see the rest of this proof, it's all right here. All these players have a good amount of proof on them. It's just that you have to actually watch it. But yeah, next person. Alright, y'all, so for the next person on this list, we have Binkle. It's a blatant clip of him on burst where he overflicks on his opponent before locking on for a second and then locking off. Just like that. And then as you can see, he hits his opponent for all of their health. But his opponent uses katana and the health is inflicted on him. But just look at how much he does from this one beam. after over flicking, right? Like you would think if you flicked from right here to your opponent, do you think you would hit every single burst shot like that? I mean, me personally, I don't think I'd be able to do that. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't think I'd be able to over flick and hit that many shots on my opponent, taking off more than half of my health. I mean, I think this clip speaks for itself. But if you guys want to see the rest of the proof for him, go right here. Next person. Alright, y'all, for the next person we have on this list, we have 4OC Swift. Just for reference, 4OC Swift is the #1 level player on Rivals right now. But in this first clip, you can see a blatant rage cheater fighting 4OC Swift's trio. And this is 4OC Swift right here, right on the ESP. He ends up hiding behind this wall for a second before pre-aiming this cheater mid-air, right, while they're flying as fast as they are. He pre-aims them mid-air and somehow hits the shot, right? Mind you, this is like a 1-of-1 shot. Like, I feel like if anybody else hit this shot, they would immediately clip it because, you know, how could they not? Like, that's a crazy, crazy, crazy shot. Shooting a cheater out of the sky, I mean, that's crazy, right? And it looks like they're about to win the match too because it's 2-4, right? That's crazy. But of course, 4OC Swift does not clip it. Right here we have this clip of 4OC Swift in FFA aiming at somebody through the wall before he shoots at this other player. And I feel like it's kind of crazy, with only sound cues he was able to trace this player that well for a couple of seconds while they're bouncing up the pad. I mean, it's just kind of suspicious, and 55 other people think the exact same, right? Right here we have 4OC Swift underperforming on recording, and if you don't know why this makes any sense at all, basically in RCL tournaments you're required to do something called T1, T2, or T3, and it's pretty much recording requirements that people have to do to make sure that they're not cheating in a tournament. So for example, they're going to make you go through your PC settings, your OBS, your Windows settings, your monitor settings, just to ensure that you're not cheating before this tournament starts. And then on the exact same recording, you're gonna have to play the game, right? So it kind of makes sense that 4OC Swift is underperforming on recording because he's not able to trigger bot, he's not able to cheat, right? So this is kind of suspicious, right? But like I said, it makes sense. This next clip right here is 4OC Swift in FFA using minigun, and he pre-aims this player through the wall. As you can see, there's these red barrels and there's the snow terrain right behind it, but somehow 4OC Swift pre-aims right to this player right here. Kind of crazy, right? Like, there's barrels, there's the snow terrain, but of course still pre-aims right to the player, and then tries to pre-aim someone else who's actually falling off the map. Y'all saw that, right? He pre-aims that guy, and then he tries to pre-aim this person, but they're already falling off the map behind the snow terrain, mind you. And he ends up trying to shoot somebody else. I mean, this is blatant. Like, and he has other montages that you can see right here where he's just blatantly trigger botting, which I'm not going to play them because they're full montages, but if you join RCR yourself, you can find all this proof right here of him cheating. But yeah, next person. Alright, y'all, for the next person on this list, we have Sync Zay. We have some pretty blatant clips right here of him on docks. And for whatever reason, this guy has a weird habit of aiming at people through the wall blatantly, right? Like, you guys see this, right? He's just aiming at people through the wall blatantly, and then he just repositions himself because of course he knows that that player is right there, right? I mean, like, just look at this guy. He's literally aiming at people through the wall, right? And he does this in multiple occasions. Just look at this clip right here, right? This player ends up dying, right? And just look what Sync Zay does, right? He stands still for a second, and he just somehow knows to pre-aim right there to where this player is. Blatant ESP, by the way. Like, just look at this. That's Sync Zay for you guys, by the way, right? And he has multiple clips like this where he does this exact same thing. So if you guys want to see the rest, you can see it right here. but I think that's enough. And he's been banned before. I'm pretty sure he's unbanned now, but yeah, it's pretty blatant ESP. Next person. Alright, y'all, for the next person we have on this list, we have Waco. Somebody deleted the specific proof that I wanted to show, so I found it on his YouTube, but he has a lot of proof in RCR if you guys want to go see it for yourself. But right here in this clip, his grenade ends up curving because Matrix Hub Silent Aim does not have visual check. This is a pretty old clip because in this exact same video, Sniper did 70 damage, I'm pretty sure, right, for a body shot and 150 for a headshot. But as you can see, his grenade is in the air, it's facing upward, and then for a split second, his grenade curves down, it goes back up again, and then it curves down to his opponent. And like I said, this is because Matrix Hub Silent Aim does not have visual check, right? Because this is an old video, and his config absolutely sucks. Like I said this in my first video, Waco's configs absolutely suck, bro. So it's absolutely no surprise that his configs are showing in his videos. But yeah, next person. Alright, y'all, next person on this list is AKFLA. First, we have him admitting to cheating, right? Somebody here says, hi, wait a minute, you're that cheating ab blood. And then he says, I used to, no longer do. Meaning that he's ban evading and he used to cheat. There is actually proof for this. Where is it? Right here, it's a clip of him instant reacting to a strafe on a DL nade jump. Instead, he's using Uzi. You can see right here, he auto reacts to a strafe following a deathlock. And if you guys don't know, 30 ms is the human world record for a reaction time, meaning that he should not be able to react that his opponent is going to the other side that quickly without some sort of cheat client being used. But yeah, it's pretty blatant. You can even see when he locks on here, like right there, he literally locks on right there, and then he ends up tracing this player just like that, and then death locks right after. I mean, this is pretty blatant. I don't know how you guys think that this is legit, but he has a lot more proof right here. So if you guys want to see it in RCR, you can. I'm going to link the server in the description. But yeah, next person. Alright, y'all. For the next person on this list, we have Airwoo. Just for reference, at one point, Airwoo was the #1 ranked leaderboard player in Roblox Rivals. And for whatever reason, somebody deleted the specific proof that I wanted to show in RCR. So I found it on YouTube. But he has a whole bunch of proof right here. As you can see, it's multiple clips. But right here, we have Airwoo playing ranked, and he's AFK for a while, right? Toggling something. And then, for whatever reason, he slides down this building on station. He just knows to pre-aim his camera to the left, right? Just somehow knows to pre-aim his camera to the left, right? He tries shooting through the wall right here at something, right? After pre-aiming his camera to the left, somehow knowing that somebody's over here, right? He shoots through the wall, and then he runs around right here and finds a player right here and ends up shooting at him. And then he tries to act like, oh, I didn't know, oh my gosh, that's so crazy, one of one type clip. Like, no, this is just blatant as hell. And as you can see, that's Airwoo up there at one point being the #1 ranked player in Roblox Rivals, which is honestly kind of embarrassing that they're letting this happen. But like I said, I'm going to explain exactly why none of these players are banned today, and it's going to make a lot of sense to you at the very, very, very end. But yeah, next person. Alright, y'all, for the next person we have on this list, we have our first controller player, and that is Woke. Now, a lot of people don't know that Woke cheats, and though I can say he does not cheat on TikTok Live, he does cheat in his montages. Now, a lot of people also don't know that you can use toggled silent aim and aimbot on controller using DS4 Windows, because with DS4 Windows, you can render controller binds as keyboard binds. And if you have a script set to let's just say if you're on UE and you have your aimbot set to Q or E and you have Q or E set to one of your controller binds on DS4 Windows, you're going to be able to toggle your aimbot on controller. And that's exactly what Woke did right here in this clip. I'm going to show you right now. Blatant. And this is a public montage of him, by the way. You can still find this on his account. It's one of the first clips. But yeah, it's absolutely blatant. I'll play it one more time. Mind you, none of his other clips are like this. And you can even see he's toggled onto the player. He's toggled onto the player for a second before he actually shoots, which just goes to show that he's not on his regular auto shoot settings because he's using this aimbot. He wants to stay locked onto them for a second before he's able to shoot, which is why he has his auto shoot slightly more delayed on his last shot. And yeah, it's pretty blatant. You can obviously see the toggle. I mean, you can't deny this. It's blatant toggle. If it's not trigger bot, it's aimbot. But yeah, next person. Alright y'all, for the next person on this list, we have Slingshot Boy. Now, it's on multiple occasions that Slingshot Boy does this, but he pretty much toggles on recording. And if you guys didn't know, whenever you pull up a cheat UI, right, your cursor changes from the Roblox cursor to your Windows cursor or the pointer cursor, as if you're dragging something or clicking on a button or something like that, right? And it's multiple occasions that Slingshot Boy does exactly this, right? As you can see right here, he has the Roblox cursor, right? We can all agree this is the Roblox cursor right here because he presses tab, right? Now look right here. He ends up toggling. This is the Windows cursor. He clicks at the top and then he has the pointer cursor right here whenever he's dragging something or clicking on something. And you can even see right there, his cursor changes for a split second when he clicks on something. Right there, it changes for a split second because he's clicking on a button. It happens multiple times where he's clicking on buttons and dragging stuff. And this happens multiple times across multiple clips where he does exactly this, right? As you can see right here, he has the pointer cursor as if he's clicking on something, right? What could you possibly be clicking on when there's no buttons right here on Roblox? And he's he's currently clicking on multiple things, dragging multiple things, right? If you don't know what I'm trying to reference, he's using a cheat UI, and the reason why it doesn't pop up is because he has stream proof on. Most, if not all, cheats have stream proof, right? And then this is just a blatant clip of him toggling, which I don't think anyone's gonna believe because you guys are too stupid to see it. But yeah, that's all the proof for him. If you guys actually don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the cursors, just do a little bit of research on the Roblox cursor, the Windows cursor, and the pointers cursor, and when those cursors are supposed to pop up, and it's all gonna make sense to you. But yeah, next person. Alright y'all, for the next person on this list, we have Mech. Like I said, it's another blatant ESP clip. Mech doesn't have team check on, unfortunately. Like I said, a lot of these pros are rookie closet cheaters. They don't know what they're doing. But after beaming this player right here, Mech, just for whatever reason, flicks directly on to his teammate right after beaming this guy. Just blatantly locks right onto his teammate through the wall. I mean, I guess he thought his teammate was an opponent or something. I don't know, he's fucking stupid. But yeah, as you can see, this is blatant ESP. Toggles directly to his teammate through the wall. I mean, I don't think I have to say much else. There's a lot of proof on Mech, as you can see, so if you guys want to look at it, you can. He also shoots somebody through the smoke right here, all headshots. I don't know, man. But yeah, next person. Alright y'all, for the next person on this list, we have Too Smooth. It's a very blatant clip on Onyx. As you can see, Too Smooth is queuing with two other arch nemesis players, and they're on Onyx. And what you're gonna see is Too Smooth accidentally rage cheats before leaving the game because he realizes that he had his rage config on. So as you can see right here, he ends up teleporting to a certain spot in the Onyx map before glitching up and down and leaving the game right after. And the way you can tell he automatically left is because you can see his eye sniper right here. Whenever Rivals players leave the game, their gun is the only thing that stays in the air for a couple of seconds before everything, you know, eventually stops with the round, right? If he teleported somewhere else, he would have teleported with his gun and his icon would have appeared somewhere else on the player's screen if he did actually fly somewhere else. But no, he just straight up left after realizing that he was on his rage config. Yeah, very, very, very blatant clip, as you can see. Very blatant. Both of his teammates looked down at it immediately, by the way. Both of his teammates looked down directly at Too Smooth. Like, come on, this is the most blatant clip ever. Holy. But then we have this second clip right here of him on Onyx, and it's blatant ESP because he tries to pre-aim it right here, but right before the player pops up, he moves his cursor to the side right there to try and shoot at him. I mean, it's pretty blatant ESP. He obviously had some sense of the player being there beforehand. That's why he micro adjusted his cursor from one side to another before trying to shoot at him almost immediately, as if he was waiting for his ESP to allow the other player to become visible. But yeah, just very, very, very blatant. Next person. Alright, y'all, for the next person on this list, we have 4LC Knox. This is the first person that we've seen fail a PC check on this list. But as you guys can see right here, breaking news, former RF clan member Knox has been PC checked and failed after suspicious activity reviving around the Rivals Competitive League, aka RCO. And as you can see from this screenshot right here, right, that he has a whole bunch of Matrix Hub on his computer that he's ran over a certain amount of time on his PC, right? Just very, very, very blatant. There's a couple of clips right here. Oh wow, okay, so this is the exact same thing with 4LC Swift, right? We have a cheater who is flying at 3,000 miles per hour and just somehow he gets shot out the sky by 4LC Knox himself, bro. Like, that's kind of crazy, right? The one time you shoot your sniper at a cheater that's flying that fast, you end up hitting the shot, and of course, we don't have any POV of this from 4LC Knox. I mean, crazy, isn't it? Oh, and also, we have this clip right here of a cheater that's teleporting to 4LC Knox, and 4LC Knox just somehow hits all of his shots on this cheater before he ends up dying by the cheater. As you can see, the cheater's health got down to 50 before he was able to kill 4LC Knox, as if 4LC Knox just knew that the cheater was going to pop up at some point. I don't know. It's pretty blatant, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, next person. Alright, y'all. For the next person on this list, we have Sync Bo. This is a pretty blatant clip of him using Burst on Dimension, and he tries to shoot someone as they're going inside of the portal on Dimension, but he toggles for just a second too long, and he ends up flicking up because that's where the other person is appearing from the portal, right? So as you can see right here, he tries to shoot the person, and he flicks up almost immediately because of his aim lock. I'm going to play it one more time. Very, very, very blatant. Even his teammate clipped this, so he obviously thought it was suspicious, but obviously it's fucking blatant. Like, just look, he's flicking directly up. I mean, come on, there isn't much else to say about this. He has some other proof, which is actually him having a buyer role in a cheating server, which is kind of funny to me. But yeah, no, like, I just don't understand, bro. Like, you're cheating with the reputation that you have, and your stupid ass doesn't even know to go on an alt Discord account to buy cheats, so it doesn't pop up in people's mutual servers if they are actually cheating themselves. I mean, what a dumbass, honestly. But yeah, next person. Alright, y'all, for this next person, bro, this is why I say to keep that back door closed, man, because just look at this clip on i3y that we have here. Pretty much somebody named Scalati, shout out to Scalati, If it's the same Scalati from the Hoodcom, then holy shit, it's been a while. But it's pretty much a clip of i3y cheating on the Hood customs, and you can even see that it's i3y's Discord from one of his friends who clicks on his profile, and it shows that it's i3y cheating on Hood customs. And the Hood actually ties into why a lot of these pro players cheat. Like I said, I'm going to explain after I show everybody's proof why this game got so corrupted, and it's going to make so much sense, I promise you. If you even want to skip to the end just because you've seen that this many pros cheat, you can, just to see my explanation, because I promise you it makes so much sense and the Hood ties into it a lot. But yeah, next person. Alright, y'all, the next person on this list is Leo. Leo doesn't play much anymore, but during the early seasons of Rivals, he was a big ranked grinder, and this is proof of him cheating right here. As you can see, we have a screenshot of his his Windows profile, and you can see Matrix right here 23 hours ago, along with his profile's name right there, Leo. Okay, it's kind of hard to see, but if you're not blind, you can see that it says Leo right there on his Windows profile, and he has Matrix right next to it. I mean, pretty blatant. There's some other proof that was leaked by Scalati as well. Shout out to Scalati. But yeah, just pretty blatant. I don't think I have to show much else. Yeah, next person. Alright, y'all, right here we have Oduck. This is one of the most blatant people, like, out of everybody on this list. It's kind of surprising that he even posted this video, but it's a DL nade jump clip, and I'm just gonna let the clip play for itself. This is like so fucking blatant. Like, there's just no way that y'all actually believe that these pro players are legit. I mean, y'all have to be in a trance, bro. There's no way. Like, holy shit, bro, you just blatant as hell. If y'all need any explanation, bro, surprisingly, right here, he obviously flicks to his head and he stays tracing the edge of his head for the rest of this clip. Very blatant. Like, come on. He also has an entire video for himself. So yeah, this is pretty blatant. Next person. Alright, y'all. Right here we have someone who is not really cheating, rather using an illegal F flag. Now, if you guys don't know what F flags are on Roblox Rivals or just on Roblox in general, they're pretty much certain attributes of your Roblox game that you're able to remove for better performance. So for example, there's F flags that give you gray sky. If you've actually seen my clips, I use gray sky a lot because it gives me more FPS. There's also F flags that allow you to take off post-processing effects, meaning that your game won't be so bright, right? So in this clip, you can see that Tempest is using no animation F flags, which are actually illegal for the time that this clip was made, and he was actually banned for this clip right here of him using illegal F flags. Now, he might be unbanned, I'm not sure, but right here you can obviously see none of the players have their idle animation and none of them have their running animation, which shows he's using an illegal F flag. But yeah, next person.